Ladies and gentlemen, and Evan, uh, welcome to another video. Probably wondering why I'm acting so weird. I'm talking so weird. Uh, it's honestly, I'm very tired. I don't know why. I'm just gonna try and get this video over with and get it uploaded because this is the video. Not real. No, this isn't the exact video I've been wanting to make all week, but I'm gonna. This is this is my video for today. It took me longer than anything to get this all set up, but than it did to actually take the screenshots here. I'm gonna go over every game for Michigan and who's the favorite to. Oh my gosh! You know, I've been I've been sitting down here for 20 minutes, and now it wants to do that. For the first time. I'm gonna do a video here on all of the Michigan's games and who's the favorite to win all of them by percentage. Obviously, I had no introduction picture or whatever to show you, so I just got right into it. So Michigan plays their last non-conference game before they start conference play against Nebraska. Michigan versus Southern Methodist is this weekend, and Michigan is a 35-point favorite. As you can see, most people agree. Michigan has, according to ESPN, a 98.7% chance of beating Southern Methodist, 1.3% for Southern Methodist to win, which I don't know, maybe some people are expecting a shock victory. I mean, obviously, if Southern Methodist were to win, it would be a close one. I don't think it's going to happen. I seriously doubt it. I think they're less of a talented team than Western Michigan, and we destroyed Western. I don't know. Maybe we'll have a bad game. Maybe they'll have a really good game. But 98.7% says Michigan will win this one, and I agree. So let's move on to the next game. I'm really tired. Michigan and Nebraska. This one was actually more one-sided than I thought it would be. Even though I know Nebraska did lose their first game after they had a postponed game in week 1 against Akron because of lightning. And then they came in week 2 and lost to Colorado 33-28. I mean, I really don't know what to say yet about Nebraska. It's hard to tell how good they are because they've only played one game. But I could probably judge it better if they played their first game against Akron, even though it's not really much of an opponent. It would have been easier to tell, or if they can kill easy games, because Colorado is not necessarily a small team. You know, they're not in the top 25, but they always seem to give somewhat of a challenge to some of the better teams. And in this case, they got the win over Nebraska. Now, I'm not saying Nebraska's a really good team. I'm not saying that at all. I don't really think that they are that great. But I really thought this would be a little more, I thought Michigan would have the advantage here in this poll, but I didn't think it'd be so one-sided. Maybe like 80%, 85%. Michigan has a 92.8% chance according to ESPN. So Michigan goes to Northwestern for their first conference away game. Michigan has a 76.7% chance of winning, which is, honestly, I thought it'd be a little higher because Northwestern did lose to who the heck did they lose to? I don't even remember who they lost to. Crap, I can't remember who they lost to. It's the one game I can't remember. Duke. They lost to Duke. 21-7 at home against Duke. Not the basketball team, the football team, Duke. Uh so they lost by 2 touchdowns at home against Duke. I really thought it would be way more towards Michigan at this point. And this is all from today. This is like as you're watching this, as I uploaded this, this is the current percentage. Yeah. Given only a 23.3% chance of winning for Northwestern. Maryland. Maryland, they won their game against Bowling Green 45-14 last week. And I'm not even looking at a paper. I'm just remembering this stuff, man. Michigan, 85.8% chance of beating Maryland. There it is again. The interrupter. I'm so sorry about my stupid dryer. Michigan, this is a heavy favorite. Like most of these games have been so far. Maryland looked really good against Bowling Green, but Michigan isn't Bowling Green. Michigan's much better than Bowling Green, especially on defense. Scoring 40 you're not going to score 45 points on a Michigan defense. It's just not going to happen. If they do, then they are officially the best offense in the nation, and they should be winning every game, which they have won every game so far, but their first game was not as great as their second. I guess maybe they kind of had the Penn State effect, and they kind of realized, crap, we need to fix some things, and they did. And then they blew away everyone's expectations like Penn State did. Penn State, man, they had a really impressive victory. But still, Michigan, despite being the team that's 1-1 and Maryland still being undefeated, Michigan is still a heavy favorite. 85.8%, given only 14.2% chance for Maryland to win. Wisconsin. This one was a shocker to me. Honestly, it was. Michigan is a 68.6% chance of winning against Wisconsin. I thought this would be very much more one-sided, considering I think Wisconsin is one of the most talented teams in the Big Ten, probably second place. Actually, I would say they are in second place, right below Ohio State. Actually, you know what? No, I wouldn't even put them right below Ohio State. I would put them way down. Ohio State will just blow everybody out of the water, but Wisconsin is a very, very talented team, especially that defense, that front seven of their defense. My gosh, they allowed. Who did they play again? I can't even remember who they played. See, I can't remember everything. As the week goes on, I start to forget some things. Wisconsin played some easy game. They played New Mexico, and I think they won. I think they won 45-14 as well. So I guess their defense is not as great as Michigan's, because they did allow New Mexico to score 14 points. I think it was 45-14. I want to say it was, but I think it is. 45-14, I think that's what happened. So, Michigan's defense wouldn't allow New Mexico to score 14 points. It's just not going to happen. And I'm not sure really how Wisconsin's going to look, because they've got the easiest schedule in the world. I swear their schedule's retarded, with playing the easiest teams in the East and West. They play like every bad team in the West, and they don't even play Ohio State. They've completely avoided Ohio State. They play Michigan. I'm not even sure if they play Penn State or Michigan State. They play Minnesota and Purdue and all these easy games, man. I think they definitely got the wrong schedule. They really should have given the schedule to a team that needed it, like Illinois or Purdue or something. But um, I think that's another team they play. Illinois. They play Illinois, Purdue, and Rutgers, and all those easy games. Minnesota, and even though Minnesota's looking pretty good right now, they are not expected to be one of the best teams or even close to that this year. So I'm not sure how accurate this poll is. I probably would give more towards Wisconsin than Michigan. I'm really not sure at this point. Maybe Wisconsin is not as talented as we think. Maybe because all they've played is easy games. Then they play cupcakes all season, and they only play maybe 2 tough games. Maybe it's like a Notre Dame 2012 situation. They play. They go undefeated because they play nothing but cupcakes, and then they make the national championship game or make the playoffs, and they just get absolutely destroyed, like Notre Dame did against Alabama, which was hilarious, and I laughed at. Ha! Michigan is a 68.6% chance of winning, according to ESPN in the polls. Shut up! It didn't do this for a long time. Wisconsin, 31.4% chance of winning. I'm sorry. This is where I do my videos. It's down in the basement because everyone is upstairs making loud noises, and I don't want to do it in my room because people barge in and people like to make loud noises, and I have to pause my videos, and it's just ridiculous, and I hate doing it. But let's move on. I've been going on too long. Okay. This one makes a little more sense. I don't know how. I'm not sure if we're giving too much credit to Michigan or Michigan State. I really don't know at this point. Your automatic contention, or your automatic, I want to keep going to see how Michigan State does this year, because so far they have not done well at all in their first 2 games against nothing teams. I wouldn't really say Arizona State is a nothing team. They were put in the top 25 at 23, and Michigan State went from 15 to 25, which is probably one of the biggest jumps of the week, or biggest drops of the week. And Arizona State, probably the biggest jumps of the week. They went from 58 to 23, which was nuts. But currently at this time, Michigan is the favored team to win against Michigan State, given a 55.1% chance and only a 44.9% chance of Michigan State winning. I shouldn't say only. That's still pretty okay, but definitely not favored at this point. So we'll see. We'll see. Penn State, another game that Michigan is favored to win. Michigan has a 56.4% chance of winning, according to ESPN. I don't know, man. Until Penn State plays a team that is as good, because really we can tell how good Michigan is just by their first game. No, even though it doesn't sound like it was very smart to do. Playing Notre Dame in week 1 was very, very smart to know where this team is at this point. For right now, it's very hard to tell because they are most teams in the Big Ten have not played any real opponent, and the hardest game for any team in the Big Ten this week is Ohio State's game, and they play Texas Christian, TCU, which should be a good game. Hopefully TCU gives Ohio State a challenge, and hopefully it's close, because I really don't want to see Ohio State absolutely demolish TCU, which I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen, but I don't think it will. But Michigan is a 56.4% chance of winning this game against Penn State, with Penn State given a 43.6% chance. We really don't know. People, my Steeler Dude 11, Evan, he likes to make jokes about, Penn State doesn't know what to do because they don't have their running back anymore. They don't have Saquon Barkley. He's at the Giants now, and the Giants lost on Sunday to the Jags 20-15. And that's another video I need to make because I was planning on doing that. I'll make that tomorrow, going over the results for that, because I wanted to wait till the Monday night games are over, because there was 2 of those. So I'm sorry, I'm getting off track, but yeah, Michigan is favored to win this one with a 56.4%, as I've said 3 times already. Rutgers, Michigan, Rutgers. This is the game that Steeler Do 11 and I love to just talk about the 2016 game. And I had mentioned to him, just on a random day during when we were at school during lunch, I said to him, it's kind of funny how the 2016 game against Rutgers is one of the most unforgettable games I've ever watched. Winning 78-0, which is definitely the highest scoring game I've ever seen against any team that Michigan has played. But the 2017 game against them, where we won 35-14, was probably one of the most forgettable games of the season, which was this is, I guess it's a new tradition. I guess it's a new tradition that Evan and I watch the Rutgers game, because I think that's what we're going to do this year. We're watching the Southern Methodist game this coming Saturday, and we're watching the Rutgers game. So, yeah. Michigan, 93.1% chance of winning, with only a 6.9% chance of winning for Rutgers. I'm really not surprised. I thought it'd be higher, honestly, but 93 is fine with me. It doesn't even really matter, but Michigan is favored here. Michigan's second to last game before they get to the game is Indiana at home. The last home game of the season is against Indiana. Michigan has beaten Indiana for the last 20 plus years. I think 22 years now. They haven't beaten us since 87, which I think it's 87. Yeah. They have a terrible record against us. We usually always beat them. But Indiana, and that even means of all the times I've watched Michigan and Indiana play live, Michigan's always won. So I've got that for me. So 8-0 from when I'm watching, and like 3-0 against Western Michigan, because Michigan's never lost to Western Michigan. But Michigan is actually more. Wait, let me see. Yeah, Michigan is actually more heavily favored by 0.2% to beat Indiana than Rutgers. 93.3% winning for Indiana and 93.1 for Rutgers, which is I don't know how right that is, but Michigan is obviously the heavy favorite here. So I'm sorry, I'm very tired. I'm just gonna finish this up now. Michigan, my dog's barking. The heavy favorite here, and Indiana only has a 6.7% chance of winning. So let's move on to the game, Michigan and Ohio State. As you can tell, the only game this year that we're not favored to win so far, from all the ones that I've looked at. I don't know what we were from Notre Dame. You can't even look at it anymore, but as you can tell, Ohio State is the favored team by a lot. 76% says Ohio State will win, with 24% saying Michigan will win. I wish my dog would shut up. So that's the video for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have another video. I'll go over the results from NFL and stuff later tomorrow. If I'm not so tired, I'll sound more enthusiastic. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.